Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign Dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled. You're the exile. Aye. Despite your brother Balin's best efforts, sorrow finished what your kinslaying started. Your father is dead.
Kinslayer? Oh, you're not getting in. Losing 2 sons, one to murder and one to exile, who can blame him for seeking peace among the ancestors?
The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
What? He's a traitor! And a kinslayer! You said it yourself. In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden!
Exile, you are not to show your face here again. I have enough crime to deal with. I shouldn't have to dump you back in the deep roads. That's right. You found pity topside. The Warden should have better sense when choosing allies. Surfacers and their cloud-addled heads. Fine, oh illustrious Grey Warden. What do you want? I'll wager you do. But with your history, you won't get near him. Make your appeals to Vartag Gavorn, Balin's voice in the Assembly. Sorry, Warden, but the ancestors know your place.
Dwarf, by the ancestors! You were exiled into the deep roads. How can you be standing here? I should hope so. I'd be quite hurt if you didn't recognize me. After all, under different circumstances, we might have been married. But you were supposed to be dead. How is it you live? Then I hope your return is a good omen. Since your father died, many have begun to wonder if it was Balin's hand behind Trian's death, not yours. Even your father believed that. It's why he appointed Lord Harrowmont as his heir. But enough Deshers support Balin to keep the Assembly in a deadlock. You can see how bad things have gotten. In his sleep, though many whisper those are only sweet words to hide the smell of poison, may the ancestors accept the king among their blessed number. Exactly half the Assembly, but as you know, that means his numbers are dropping. And I'm sure some curse their decision to exile you. But House Iduken stands behind Balin still, and they have stricken your name. He still lives in the king's quarters, pretending your father never repudiated him. He seems to think if he's close to the throne long enough, we'll forget he has no right to claim it. I am glad to see you're safe. If you seek Lord Harrowmont's support, talk to Dulin Ferender. You'll find him in Harrowmont's estate. Tell him who you are, and I'm sure he can get you an audience. I should return home until the streets become safe again.
Sod it all, the exile. Never thought I'd see your face in the Commons. Never thought I'd be glad to either. But this can only help Balin. Whether he forgives you or you scare people, it's another crack in the old way. He has the legitimate claim, thanks to your failed grab. You abused the old ways, and now he has a chance to change them. I see where the gold is. It flows topside. Balin will guide us to adopt a new way. Of course, he can't come out and say that. You among them, I suppose, as though you or Harrowmont would have nothing to gain. How would I know? Nobody here is a paragon. The scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
You're not welcome here, exile. I don't care if you're a Grey Warden. I liked your brother. If you need to speak to one of my patrons, do it quickly. But don't expect me to serve you. Yes, and he disgusts me as much as ever. But with him, you know what you're getting. I expected more from you. That I could believe, but don't think I'll take your word on it. Now what do you want here? Good. Now stop cluttering up my bar.
I heard you had returned to his exile. What insult do you mean by coming here? House Iduken struck your name from its records the day you killed Trian. With Endrin gone, Balin must take his throne. You should leave Orzammar now, exile. Seek whatever you wish on the surface, but there is nothing for you here. As we were taught as children, our histories are never wrong, and the history of House Iduken lists you as Trian's murderer. I won't be passing that message on, exile. Your brother will be king soon. He's the one who decides who lives and who dies.
Lord Harrowmont sends his greetings, exile. He was surprised to see you back here. You may have convinced his lordship of your innocence, but it is my duty to protect him, even from his own folly. We've already caught more than one of Balin's spies trying to get close to his lordship, so I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you. Lord Harrowmont always had too much affection for you. But I know you Idukens and your thirst for glory. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name.
My lord, you're back. They told me you were dead. I'm flattered you remember, my lord. Perhaps you also remember our night of passion, the evening of your first commission? Or the son we created, who now has his birthright stripped from him because you got yourself exiled. I've had to care for him myself, nurse him, clothe him. I can't work. No one wants to lie with a woman who's used up her fertility on some castless brat. How could you do this to us? Then help us. Convince your family to take you back, or at least declare you honorably dead and acknowledge your son. Please, think about what his life will be otherwise. Thank you. I haven't had a solid meal in a week. That's truly generous. I should be able to rent a room for that sort of coin. Thank you. It's good to see you haven't completely forgotten us.
I must say, after your parting words, I did not expect to see you again. Whatever your role in Trian's death, I cannot believe Balin is guiltless. I am glad you found a new place among the Grey Wardens. I've a broken heart, in my view. Some say Balin poisoned him, but I never left Endrin's side, and I don't see how. Balin did kill him, but only by what he did to you. He knew what a poor king Balin would make. He saw it sooner than the rest of us. One of his last requests was that I carry out his wishes as Orzammar's next king. It was the greatest honor of my life. If you would help me in this, it would show the Assembly that I, and not Balin, have the ability to defend and rule this city. A son? I did not... Your father didn't know of any son. I suppose the girl has no status of her own? If you help me take the throne, I promise I will formally adopt the child into my household. Is that sufficient? Will you assist me against the Carter?
I have heard nothing from House Iduken. Please don't forget us, my lord. Is that likely, my lord? The throne, that's a lot to promise. But it's better than nothing. Thank you, my lord, and good luck.
The ancestors have spoken.
I have seen these papers with my own eyes. Balin plotted against Trian because he was heir to the throne. King Endrin knew this. That's why he would not give Balin his throne. Do not support him now.
Watch out! They brought weapons!
I admit I did not think even Balin would defy the word of a paragon, nor that so many would follow him. But most of Orzammar has seen him for what he really is, and I trust we will bring this insurgency under control. Your father would be proud of what you did today. Those loyal to the throne will begin preparations for a surface mission immediately. Orzammar will fulfill its treaties.
Thank you, King Harrowmont. Perhaps your rule will mark a new era for Orzammar.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get to the palace and set our plans in motion. Tell your lover to bring me the child, and they will both have a place in House Harrowmont. It is the least I can do for your father's grandson. This is the staff I carried as King Endrin's second. Take it as a reminder of your place in Orzammar.
I heard. It's all over the city. Harrowmont is king. My son is a noble at last. Thank you, my lord. I will take him to Harrowmont's estate. I can't wait for a proper bath. My lord, perhaps you would like to give the boy a name? I wanted his father to have this honor. Thank you, my lord. I always thought he looked like your father. I'm going to call him Young Endrin. And thank you for all you've done for us.
Well, who would have imagined? My big brother returned from the grave, and with the might of the Grey Wardens behind him. I could hardly believe it when Vartag said you wished to help me regain the throne. Father died of grief. He couldn't bear to live when you were gone. You'd have acted against me in a heartbeat if I hadn't done it first. The same way you turned everyone in the Assembly against Trian. The same way our father, may the ancestors bless him, convinced his elder brother to enter a proving against a convicted murderer. Who do you think gave the murderer the poison to put on his blade? He was a second son who took the throne of Orzammar. Do you honestly believe he did nothing underhanded? You're right. Harrowmont would bow and dandle you on his knee like a child. But he could never overcome the Assembly's resistance to your treaty. This is a time for action, not cultured debate. You have truly surprised me, brother. You have earned the right to rejoin House Iduken. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon. His name need not pass your lips again. My generals are already preparing for a mission to the surface. When you have need of us, you shall have every able-bodied dwarf in Orzammar. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. You may recognize this. Trian used it to crack skulls when he was showing off for father. I'm sure he'd want you to have it. Now, I have much to do. If there is nothing else... Your son? What do you... Oh, that is rich. You mean that castless girl, don't you? The one claiming to have an Idukan son. I never thought you had it in you, brother. But after what you've done, I can afford to be magnanimous. Send the whore and her brat to me. I'll make sure they get the Idukan name in the nicest room in the smallest palace. Now, I must address my other petitioners. Come back and visit sometime.